Someone has got to tell Disney something because these shows keep getting more shocking every single day. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I may be a guy in my 20s, but Wizards of Waverly Place was the show I grew up with, and of course I'm also watching Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. But as a man who grew up with Disney shows, and believe me, I watched all of them, the ending of Season 2 was something I would have never thought possible. And from what I know, Season 3 has everything that you're not expecting, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. There were some crazy-ass theories about Alex being Billy's mother. I never thought that it could happen. It was like the fourth High School Musical movie rumor that's never gonna happen. But it turns out they were right from the start. Alex was really Billy's mother, and she left Billy at WizTech to protect her. Even though they were not together all these years, and they had literally no idea about Billy being Alex's daughter, she really turned out to be like her mother. I mean, when I look at Billy, it's like I'm looking at Alex from 15 years ago. Besides that, I also wasn't expecting a new villain. I thought it would be someone from the past, like Dr. Evelini. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really wanted to see Octavia Spencer as her iconic character, but I'm keeping my hopes up for the third season. Turns out the villain they've been trying to protect Billy from for 2 years is her grandfather. I'm telling y'all, the last 2 episodes were full of plot twists, even I've lost count. Although not seeing Dr. Evelini made me sad, I think the way they connected the story to Alex was amazing. Now we'll get the chance to see how Alex's life has been since we last saw her in 2012. Last time we saw her, she was with my man Mason. I think we can all accept that he was the best boyfriend she had. But according to the story, he's not Billy's father, so she broke up with him at some point and fell in love with Damien Penwolf, Lord Morse's son. Apparently, Damien betrayed his father when he fell in love with Alex and left him. He didn't want to be a part of the whole ending the world thing. I have 2 theories at this point, and I can assure you that one of them will be the scenario you're going to watch in Season 3. 1. Damien was with Alex and madly in love with her. When Alex told him that she was pregnant, he realized that he wanted to raise their child together in a world that's not under the dark side's control. And since his father needed someone with great powers like Damien, he couldn't get what he wanted all this time. That's why he went after Billy. He also didn't know that she was his granddaughter, but he knew that she had great powers, which came from her father. But this theory does not explain why we have never seen Damien. I know that he could be dead, but let's think that he's alive for a second. Why didn't he look for his daughter and the mother of his daughter? Since we don't know if they were married or not, I thought this would be the best way to explain the situation. If he's the wizard who had all those great powers, couldn't he really find them? These questions are only valid if Alex hadn't erased his memory. And here's the second theory. Alex didn't know that Damien was evil when she first started dating him. Everything was perfect. They were happy, you know, thinking about getting married and that kind of stuff. Then Alex found out that she was pregnant, and she was really happy. She couldn't wait to tell Damien. When she was just about to tell him that they're going to have a baby, she found out that Damien's father is Nicodemus Penwolf. She thought Damien wasn't the guy she thought he was and left him without mentioning the baby. She had Billy and raised her until she dropped her off at WizTech, and she only did it because she heard that Nicodemus was up to something. So Damien has no idea he has a daughter, and Alex also erased his memory of ever being with her so that he couldn't betray her. Let me know which theory you support, and if you have your own theory, share it so we can discuss. Either way, we're definitely going to see Damien in Season 3 because Billy will try to find him, and I think Justin will be a great help. Now that he also remembers everything about the past, he must know where Damien is and what happened to him. There's also the necklace Alex gave to Billy before going into the rift, and I think it'll be the key to her past. She'll have Alex's memories, and maybe a little Damien if Theory 1 is true. And after she finds her father, then they can save Alex. Okay, you may be surprised when I say saving Alex, since you probably saw a lot of content about her being dead. But here's the thing, she can't be dead. If I hadn't seen those posts on Instagram, I would never have thought that she was dead. She just sacrificed herself so that she can protect Billy again. But after that, they've also talked about how they will save her. So trust me, she'll be back, and never forget that everything is not what it seems. Besides Alex, there's one more person who needs to be saved, and it's none other than Quentin. When I first saw him, I knew that he was going to be our next Mason. I mean, We have to admit that we have never seen Billy speechless before, and Quentin being an orc doesn't mean that they can't date. It's 2025, for God's sake. Stop the orc shaming. But in order for them to be together, the Russos have to save him from the nowhere zone. I'm not sure if Justin would be okay with it, but since he knew that Quentin was trying to protect Billy all this time, maybe he can give Quentin a second chance, and I'm sure that they can handle the turning Quentin into a human situation. Believe me, Justin will come up with a better solution than a necklace. Now for the part that you've all been waiting for, the release date. Even though all the episodes have been uploaded to Disney+, they are still being released weekly on the Disney Channel. And we also know that the cast and the executive producers, aka David Henry and Selena Gomez, are ready for another season. So they'll probably announce Wizards Beyond Waverly Place Season 3 after the streaming is done on Disney Channel, which will be on the 17th of October. And based on the second season's production schedule, we'll get Season 3 by September 2026. In the meantime, you can check the video on the screen and don't forget to follow for more content.